Bonsoir l'Afrique, big up yourself. We are yet ready for another exciting edition of #Kwese Sports. So much to talk about, so let me not waste any more time and bring in my co-host, the lovely Zihlonobo.
Ooh, it's a new name, Zihlonobo. Arthanobo, how are you doing?
How are you?
I'm super.
You look gorgeous. I'm happy to have you on the show again.
You know, I'm just seeing a whole lot of glitter. Like, there's a lot of glitter going on. I'm just feeling so glitterati.
It doesn't even feel like it's winter. That's just how
right?
great you look, right?
Yeah, and make sure that you become part of this conversation. Use all our Kwese Sports social media platforms and keep yourself up to date on what is happening in the world of sports. We're active on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, YouTube. Arthur, over to you.
All right, thanks, Zihlo. Now on the back of the Arnold Classic Africa Sports Festival, which was an incredible event held in Johannesburg last weekend. It broke all sorts of records, from sporting codes involved, participants and spectators. It was just a huge success. Tonight, we have a champion in studio, and it's a warm #welcome to Shelby Neves, winner of the very
champ is
popular
here.
bikini fitness competition at the Arnold Classic. The champion's just arrived, wow. Or should we say the queen has arrived?
Yes,
That's why
she
she's
has.
so
She's
calm
here.
and composed.
Yeah.
You didn't look like this when you won the competition at the event, Shelby. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hey, it's great to have you. And let's speak about the fact that just over a year ago, well, less than a year ago, you got involved with the bikini fitness competition, and you're also a pro elite athlete that's a part of the IFBB.
Yes, that's correct.
Tell us more about that.
The federation?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's one of the few federations that are available in our country with regards to bodybuilding and competing. It is the biggest bodybuilding and fitness federation in the world. So yeah, I've been a part of that federation only ever since I've competed. I've never done any other federation.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not being biased, but it is the best federation in my opinion.
What makes it the best? Is it the people? Is it the system? Is it believing in a generation of people who are saying we want to live healthy and fitter lifestyles?
Well, I think it definitely is the biggest. And yes, the people are very clearly very passionate about what they do. All the events are always up to scratch and very well organized. And it's just an ongoing thing. It never really goes quiet. They're always promoting it, always have amazing shows and prizes. And yeah, it's a very good and well put together.
So now let's go back to Saturday, that great night where you did your thing and you came out on top. When you heard the judges call out the different numbers and your number was the only one left, how did you feel? What were you going through at that moment?
Well, it took me a bit of time to actually remember what happened, because just when I came off stage, I couldn't really remember. But yeah, so there were just two of us left, obviously, because they called from 6.
Yeah, 696 and something like that.
So my number was 704, and then there was 69 something left.
Yeah.
And
we don't really care about that.
When they said in second place is 69, then I obviously put 2 and 2 together.
Oh, look at you, hey!
That only 7 was left, and that was me. And I don't know if you saw, but I obviously broke into tears, and then I just saw floor and wall. And yeah, it was a very overwhelming.
Look at you, that was your moment, huh?
I mean, it must have been an emotional roller coaster ride, because the roads to the final was also hard. You weren't really happy with the semi-final results, but eventually it paid off at the end?
Well, no, it wasn't that I wasn't happy. I didn't know what to expect. Obviously, you can't actually go into that sport or that game expecting anything, because anything can happen, you know?
Yeah.
And you never know who's going to rock up on the day and who's going to be there. So you have to go in with an open mind and just do your best. So.
But you're like a superwoman. I mean, this is your first pro competition, and to add to that pressure in front of Arnold Schwarzenegger, that must have been very exciting.
Yes, no, it was. It's very pressurizing, not because anyone puts pressure on me, but because of myself, you know, we put pressure on ourselves.
Perfectionist.
Yeah, so it's... But I obviously didn't put too much on, because I knew it's my first pro show, so I was a lot less pressurizing on myself, if I can say that, but...
Okay, good.
So now you're this champion, but I would like to talk about when you started. How did you get into pro fitness?
Into the pro or into fitness in general?
No, okay, fitness. Well, basically just tell us how you just got into all this fitness and then becoming this champion that you are.
Okay, well, it was a few years ago. I was actually very underweight, and I was very self-conscious of my body. I didn't have any muscle whatsoever. And that was just not that there's anything wrong with that. It was just something that I wanted to change for myself. I was very self-conscious with that. And I had a dream and a goal to be on stage one day. And I never shared that with anyone because I knew that how much I would have to change to be there. And in my head at the time, it was way too far-fetched to even wrap my head around. So, yeah, I would go and watch the local bodybuilding shows in the Eastern Cape when I lived there. And I started training. Gymming in my bedroom because I was obviously still in school and I couldn't always get to the gym. So I would just use my dad's little weights at home and lunge up and down my passage and all that just to start somewhere. And then I eventually signed up at a gym and I started training, but I had no clue what I was doing. And then I got a personal trainer who helped me a little bit, or a lot at the time. But I was with him with a short period of time, so only so much was done. And then I won the USN Face of Fitness in 2016. And that was one of the things that brought me here back to Joburg. And my coach, Taryn Zelo, then saw me on the cover of the fitness mag, which was one of the prizes that I won for winning the Face of Fitness. And she got hold of me and offered me a sponsorship with her.
Wow.
And I knew that she was the best coach and still is the best coach in the country, so I obviously didn't hesitate to take that opportunity. And yeah, if it wasn't for her, I definitely wouldn't be here today because she's sort of, you know, she's pushed me and driven me and really taken me to a completely new height, more than I could have ever imagined. Wow. So that's pretty much how it's all started, yeah.
Are there any other milestones, I beg your pardon, Zihlo, that, you know, you can also share with the rest of the continent that have definitely taken, you know, you to greater heights?
Well, the starting point was definitely winning the USN Face of Fitness. And at that time, it was a competition that ran over a period of a few months. And it was around that time that I competed in my first bodybuilding show in the Eastern Cape, which was a division below the one I compete in now. And yeah, I placed third there in the beach bikini. And which was obviously a milestone for me. It was my first competition, and when I came off the stage for the first time, I realized that I'm definitely going back on there. Like, I loved it so much. And yeah, that was a milestone. Then winning the Face of Fitness was a huge milestone, and getting the opportunity to work with my coach was obviously the biggest milestone. And then moving here was another big milestone. And
there's so much you're adding up, a part of your story, eh?
It's
wow, incredible.
So, I mean, it's a huge sacrifice and dedication to become this professional athlete. I'm sure you've got an amazing support system, your family and your friends. When you started, did they doubt you initially, or they just believed in you and said, you got this, girl?
I'm very lucky to have the supportive family that I do. They obviously weren't too clued up with what it was, and they were sort of just like, okay, go for it, you know, good luck. So they didn't really have an idea of exactly what it took and all of that. But they've always been supportive. They've come to my shows. They've been there for me. They've understood when I come with my Tupperware food to a dinner or to a braai, or I can't eat this and I can't eat that. And,
levels to this thing, eh?
Yeah.
I'm lucky to have the supportive family and friends that I do.
I mean, what do some of your friends and family say when they actually have a look at your post on Instagram? What are the conversations like? Do you speak about this being a professional sport that's now accepted in a certain way across the world, or are there still those stigmas that, oh my goodness, you're revealing too much of your body, or we don't know if it's socially accepted in different areas of the world? How are those conversations like?
Well, with one of my family members in specific, they just being a bit more conservative, they were, but nothing negative, but just maybe a bit like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit different to the type of lifestyle I led before. But when they've seen, and people have seen that there's more to it behind that for me, and it's my passion, and it's just, it is what it is, you know. It's the fact that you stand on stage in a bikini, you can't exactly stand on stage in a tracksuit and show off your hard work, you know. So, you know, it is what it is, and they see my passion for it, and it wasn't just something that came and went. I mean, it's been ongoing now for 3 years, and it's just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So they see what really lies behind it for me, and it's easy for them to accept it then.
I noticed one thing that you talk about on your Instagram page is a lot of dedication and commitment and getting up and doing the same thing over and over again. How do you deal with the days that you don't want to do that, where you just want to chill in bed and eat a whole tub of ice cream?
Well, luckily those days aren't often. They're few and far between. But yes, I am human, so I do get times where I just want to eat everything that I can see, and I get lazy and I don't want to train. But like I said, they aren't often those days. But
Lucky fish.
Those days, those days, I believe, is something that will separate you from the rest when you do go up and you do it and you do...
And make you champion.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that, but I mean...
No, we'll say it for you, we'll say it for you.
It's a lot of the time, not everyone, but you do get people who will sort of throw in the towel for that day, and I've done that before. I've also said, you know what, I'm going to eat that, and I'm not going to go to gym. It's happened before. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say it's never happened. It has, but there's been more days where I've pushed through and gone to gym when I don't feel like it, or turn down a very big temptation of food or a craving or something, because, you know, for the long run, that's what you need to do. Yeah, it's
All right.
something,
Well, she can handle showing off her muscles and a very well-sculptured body. Now, time for the favorite part of the show, okay? So some quick-fire questions. We only do this to our very special guest, and these are questions my producer has written down, so I have not seen them at all. Shelby Neves, Arnold Classic Africa Bikini Fitness Competition winner. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready? Drum roll, please. All right, here we go. What are your 3 favorite exercises?
Squat. Definitely number one. Definitely that would be my first one. I love a lap pull down on the lap pull down machine, and probably just an ordinary bicep curl.
Wow, you got me stuck at just squats, because that's the only gym exercise I know how to do. Okay, what essentials are always in your gym bag?
A gym towel. Actually, no, I lie. That's not always in there, but it should always be in there. Deodorant, chewing gum, my earphones, definitely. I can't train without those. My water bottle with my amino acids, my gym card, and yeah.
Okay, all right. So what music do you listen to when training?
I actually really like rap and...
okay.
Music, yeah.
Any answers you listen to?
Gangsta Shelby.
I love Eminem and Lil Wayne and remixes. I'm not really one for original ones. I like remixes, so I get a lot of my music off SoundCloud because it's all remixed there. Yeah. I like heavy, fast beat, loud music while I train.
Away. In 3 words, describe your typical day.
Busy. Stressful sometimes, not all the time, but it's a good stressful. I wouldn't put a negative connotation to it. And a lot of the time it's exciting because I love what I do, and yeah.
All right, on a cheat day, what is your favorite treat? Chocolate cake, muffins in there, scones, possibly. I've got a massive sweet tooth.
Pizza,
no, I do have a big sweet tooth, but my coach encourages us to stay away from sugar.
Okay.
Obviously, when you get very close to show, that's more important. But lately, I've been eating a lot of pizza on my cheat days. Hawaiian pizza.
Great
is
minds.
Hawaiian pizza, yes.
Yeah.
Love the pineapple in there. Feel that meatiness. All right, so we're not training or competing. What's your ideal day like?
Well, the only day I don't train is on a Sunday. So, yeah. But when I'm not competing and the show's far away, I'm still go to gym and train for when the show does come. So it's actually a lifestyle. It's not that I only start training when the show's 10 weeks away or whatever. I'm constantly training and working towards whenever the next show may be. But yeah, Sundays are my rest days when I take off and I don't train, and I like to just relax then.
Wow.
Well, there's more with Shelby coming up, but first it's time for a social media butterfly, Felicia Endersby. She's been very busy going through all her social media platforms, searching for topics for us. Let's pop over to Felicia and see what she has found for us this time around.
Thanks, Zihlo. It's been a crazy week. Plenty of stories trending the globe. It's a wonderful Wednesday, hashtagers, and boy, have I got some stories for you. I don't know how desperate in life you have to be to drop kick the Terminator, but some crazy man did just that at the Arnold Classic Africa Sports Festival in Johannesburg this past weekend. Why anyone would want to kick Arnold is beyond me. Security were very quick to whip the attacker away from the media and further camera snaps. The iconic actor and governator brushed the incident aside and moved on with his day. I'm guessing that thug won't be back. Another anomaly in sport is getting given a card at halftime. No, they're not just for when the ball is in play. At the halftime of the Juve versus Atalanta match, Juve superstar CR7 received a yellow for arguing with the ref, who blew the whistle while Juve was finally gaining traction and on the attack, trying to equalize the one goal scored by Ilicic. Luckily, in the second half, they managed to do just that. Equalize and no more. Staying with football, Pep Guardiola sent Twitter into delight after he sported a blue tartan flat cap during Manchester City's open-top bus title parade. And now, everybody wants one. The hat was a nod to Man City Life president Bernard Halford, who sadly passed away in March at the age of 77. Despite the sad meaning behind it, there was a mood of celebration as Guardiola and his team celebrated their treble. They've now won the Premier League plus the FA and League Cups. That's all we have time for tonight. Remember to comment, tag and share your stories with me. I'm out. More from me next week. Bye for now.
All right, welcome back. Last week, we got to speak to Wayne Price, Arnold Classic Africa Director, and we got to hear all about the event and what to expect. Zitla was lucky enough to cover the event. Let's see what the team got up to over the weekend.
Hi hashtaggers, today I'm at the Arnold Classic 2019 and this event happens every May right here in Johannesburg. Now one thing I love about this event is that it covers so many different sports and of course my favorite right behind me, woo, the bodybuilders. Do I need to give a reason why? Clearly not. Well, I'm not going to say much more. I'm going to watch this and you're going to love this, so catch you later.
Arnold Classic 2019, as always, is magic. The vibe is awesome. The athletes are all pumped up. This is an exciting event, and I have great admiration for the Terminator, the governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger himself. In my view, he's one of the great legends of sport, simply because he hasn't only taken from sport, but he's giving back to sport. I am very, very impressed with his ambition, his goal to ensure that there's wellness amongst today's generation of people, particularly the youth.
I had a really good day at the beginning of the day. Some things didn't go my way, but that's how competition works. I had some really good events. I came in strong. I represented my country, I feel, very well. And I think I did a pretty good job of showing my presence here amongst some of the strongest men on the planet, and I'm trying to make an impact and just get my name out there, let everybody know that I belong at the top with them.
Yeah, this is an amazing experience, like to be here with all these athletes. Like there's 24,000 athletes here this weekend. I can't believe this. There's a crazy amount of athletes. You wouldn't think there's that many in the world, let alone here in one place. So yeah, I'll definitely be back.
It takes a lot of energy. It takes everything. It's more tougher than training. Actually posing, it's more tougher than training. That's the most difficult thing. So especially when you're depleted, no carbs, no water, you're just sipping and all those things. Yeah, no energy at the same time, and you need to pose, hold poses throughout.
We are encouraging them to get onto the tatami, the rings. We are encouraging them to fight, to become competitive, to have the competitive edge. I also believe we are encouraging them to learn good sportsmanship. As you know, winning is easy, losing is very difficult to accept. It's only when you get into a combat situation like this at big tournaments that you realize that you need to be able to handle a loss. And I think thus far our athletes are doing excellently.
We've got 2 athletes currently that might qualify, and we've got our fingers crossed that they would. It will be history in the making, as they'd be the first athletes from South Africa to represent South Africa at karate in the Olympics. So hopefully we will be there.
At the moment I'm in the running for the Olympics. For 2020 selection is crazy, but I'm traveling all over the world competing in all the different Premier Leagues and Series A events that the WKF has to offer, obviously sanctioned by KSA. Yeah, we're looking good, so hold thumbs.
And to be part of something so great, and there's so many fantastic athletes here. It's not just long drive and golf. It's a thing called sport.
I have competed against international athletes before at the IFBB Amateur Worlds in 2017, so luckily I sort of have an idea of what it's like to be around them. But this is a whole different level because it's the elite pro level, so it's a dream come true, and it's really amazing to just be able to share stage with them.
If you're used to lifting people, I think that I'm not that big enough for you to lift, right?
Yeah.
I think you can do it, right? This is amazing. This is a good sport. I love it. Thank you. What a day it's been here at the Arnold Classic 2019. From all the outstanding sports that we saw and all the phenomenal athletes, it's been a really great day. And you know what? I have nothing else to say. You've seen all the footage that we've shown you. It's been a really long day. I'm tired, and in Ani's words, we'll be back.
We'll be back. So from head rushing movements there, how he picked you up, the strong man.
Yeah, like I felt that. I was like, okay, a bit of, yeah, no, it was a lot, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but Shelby, some good memories there for you, surely?
Yes, plenty.
Oh, man, and speak to us about the art of actually posing. I don't think it's a simple thing to do.
No.
It looks simple, but it's not, right?
No, I wouldn't say it's simple. It takes a lot of practice, obviously to get familiar with each of the poses. But what I find more difficult is actually having to hold that pose for however long the judges need to judge. So it gets very tiring. It's literally like flexing and holding it for a while. So especially when you're pretty depleted and tired and thirsty and hungry and all those things, it's a little bit harder. But yeah, it's not exactly easy. It takes a lot of practice.
Well, you guys had fun, and Zihlo's one of them. You covered the Arnold Classic.
Are you
Africa.
jealous, Arthie?
I'm so jealous.
You better be.
So what was the best part of it all, man?
Oh, man, it was just incredible. Like, the minute I walked in, I could just feel the euphoria, the excitement all the athletes had, all the competitors. Because, I mean, that was their opportunity to compete against all these other international competitors who came into Africa for this.
Yeah.
So this was not just a gimmick. It was not just trials. It was the real deal. Like, we walked in, and the first thing we saw was the body painting. And it was beautiful, like, just out of this world. And then I went to check out some fencing. It was really cool, like, seeing all these young kids from Soweto who were into fencing, who got this really cool opportunity to check it out. It was great. But, of course, for me, the pole fitness was everything.
I was going to ask, what event captivated you the most? Or activity?
Pole fitness. The pole fitness. I mean, you know, most times people think of pole dancing, but it actually is a sport, pole fitness. And, I mean, you did see in the video, we did capture a bit of it.
Could I try it out at the next event?
Absolutely. You know,
am I not strong enough?
There were like 9-year-old girls who were actually competing, and they were so dedicated, and it was beautiful. It was just so lovely to see. I had a good time.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay, Shelby, I mean, the level of competition was very tough this past week with mostly international entrants. And how do local athletes develop and become exposed to international competitions?
Well, I was the only South African in my lineup, in the Elite Pro lineup, so there's an amateur...
big up Africa.
There's an amateur show which took place on Friday, and that's where international amateur athletes can compete against our local amateur athletes. And then on Saturday was the Elite Pro bodybuilding. So, yeah, there was a lineup of 19 girls in my lineup, and I was the only South African. The rest were all international, and to get there to that level of standing against international athletes, you either have to go to Worlds, the Worlds event at the end of the year, which you need to be invited to, or attain your Elite Pro card. And yeah, so now I can only compete overseas. I can't compete in South Africa anymore except the Arnold Classic.
Hey, that's still
Look at
good
that,
news.
hey, yes. Oh, Shelby, we've come to the end of our show, but it has been so fantastic having you on the show. Where can the viewers catch you on social media?
On Instagram, my Instagram handle is ShelbyJNeves_IFBB_Elite or Facebook, Shelby Jessica Neves.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Zito, why do we always have to say goodbye when you're having fun?
I know, I don't know why they do this. They should just give us more time.
All right, an extra 30 minutes to the show. All right, that's it. Another great show is done in the bag. Shelby, thank you
Yes,
so
thank
much
you,
for coming
Shelby.
onto the show,
Yeah.
and well done.
Thank you so much for having me.
Fantastic. And Zito, as always, been fun
Always
hosting the
pleasure,
show
darling.
with you. Hey, I behaved myself today, didn't I? A little bit. All right. Well, there you have it, Africa, from the hashtag team and the African family. Until we see you, same time, same place next week. Au revoir.